Elkie Brooks. Oh, my God, I love watching you and hearing you. It's just fantastic.
Oh, you took us right back then, you did, Elkie.
I love that. Look at those outfits. Little bra-y top and the whole...
I'm still wearing them, you know.
Now, I started reading this book. I have to admit, I haven't gone quite to the end, but Elkie Brooks, Finding My Voice, your autobiography. Why now?
Oh, well, I thought, you know, if I don't do it, somebody else will.
They'll make money
And get it all wrong. You know, my dear husband, Trevor, said, you know, you got to do it, you got to do it. And a great friend of mine, Wilf Pine, who was the executive producer on my album, suggested, yep, Elk, go on, you got to do it. Somebody will do it and get it all wrong. And
did you like going back, though, to the beginning and going over all the memories and everything, or was it upsetting sometimes?
Well, yeah, but, you know, what I did, I got all my old press cuttings out, I got all the old photographs, and then I did it like that, you know, in chronological order. You know, I can just about say that, and I'm not even had a drink yet. Chronological. I was doing this thing yesterday, a literary lunch, and it took me ages, you know, to sort of say literary. Over, yeah. You know, because I get tongue-tied, and I hate doing sort of like talking and I specialise. I
Elkie,
sing.
you were on the stage at 13.
I know, but I sing. I specialise in singing.
Different.
But talking, you know, oh dear. Yesterday they wanted me to do this speech, and I went, oh.
I tell you what, Elkie, you should have sang the speech if you got up and sung it.
True. Well, this is what I thought. You know, if it all goes wrong, you know, because they just wanted me to do just a few words, and then read the first chapter of the book. And I used to be terrible at school. I mean, I know you were. Reign of Britain over there. But, you know, I used to be terrible. I was always stuttering, and I said to them, I said, look, if I cock up, I said, I'm sorry. You know, and now, but I knew that if all else fails, I'll sing him a song. You know,
Can I ask you one question? I know you started singing in clubs and touring when you were only 13 years old, but I want to know what it was like to be on stage with the Beatles.
Well, actually...
You did 2 weeks with them, didn't you?
Yeah, well, yeah, I think it was a week, to be honest, Janet. The girls were all screaming through the show and everything. It wasn't just me, it was all the other artists on the show as well.
Where was it?
You know.
Where was it?
Well, it was then the Hammersmith Odeon, which is now the Apollo. Which, funnily enough, I was there in 2010, I think it was, when we did a tribute to Humphrey Littleton, well, a celebration, really, of his music. And I had the same dressing room there that I had when I was there with the Beatles. But to be honest with you, I never really got to know any of them. You know, I can't sort of say that I did, really.
Were you supporting them?
Oh, yes, as loads of other artists were as well. The Yardbirds were on there.
Were you in Vinegar Joe at that time then?
Oh, no, this was 1964.
When you must have been
you
about
were like,
4.
No, you were only 4 years old, weren't you?
I saw the Beatles then, and I was one of the screamers, I'm afraid.
Oh, God.
I know, I'm amazed you're still speaking to me. But...
I've never done that sort of thing, and they still do it today. I don't understand
but
it.
Elkie, tell me about being in Vinegar Joe, because it was such a fantastic band.
Oh, yes, well, we certainly had our ups and downs, you know. Lots of booze.
Lots of touring.
Lots of touring and lots of other things as well, but, you know, we won't talk about that on here. But,
Robert Palmer was in
the band.
Oh, yeah, there's a beautiful photograph. You've got to see the photograph.
I'll find it.
Of Robert and I taken
by... Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
By Garrett Mankiewicz.
Oh,
you know,
it's a great pic.
It's great. Robert is most devilishly handsome. I mean, he looked amazing there, didn't he?
Was he a lovely man?
Well, you know, he had his, you know, he could have his on and off days. I mean, it's very difficult when you're working with people 24/7, you know, it really is, you know.
Yeah, of course.
And there were moments where, you know, he could be a bit uppity, but I treasure the moments when we used to go and have a little drink together and have go to the bistro instead of just sort of like, you know, going to the local cafe like all the band used to do, and that was lovely, you know, and we'd have a bottle of wine, and so I treasure those moments, I really do. He was a wonderful man.
You in your day you were a very controversial singer, and do you think that that people are still controversial today, or do you feel it a bit boring now?
I think there's always been an element of people being a bit, you know.
Yeah, but
like
is it
that.
better now or worse, or did you enjoy your time, or do you think, what do you think of today?
Well, to me, I hated the 60s. I really,
Me too.
really did, because I just didn't seem to fit in. The 70s for me were fantastic because I was in Dada and then later
Yeah,
Vinegar
of
Joe.
course.
Unfortunately, the band, it folded and I had to go on my own. And it's taken me a long time now to actually feel comfortable in the business. You know, I'm actually enjoying it, and I'm enjoying my music. I really am. So.
And you're still very active, aren't you? I mean, touring and records
Oh,
and all
yes.
sorts of different
Oh,
things.
yeah. You know, it keeps the weight off. You know.
Fantastic.
I work at it, I really do.
Do you?
know. Yeah, I'm careful what I eat, and I exercise a lot. I exercise every morning.
You do hula hooping as well.
I do hula hooping.
you
They got a hula hoop for me yesterday at this literary lunch. And I couldn't believe it. This guy got a hula hoop. I thought, well, that'll break the ice, won't it? You know. And there I was doing the hula hoop this way. And, well, you heard that I'd said on the radio that I could give Grace Jones a run for her money. You know?
She did that, didn't she?
Yeah, I've got a proper weighted one like she's got.
Wow.
But, you know, she can sing that song of hers all the way through. You know, and it's about a 4-minute song and still
Yeah.
keep
Oh,
it
we're
going.
gonna have to
Well,
do
as I
that,
say,
Gina.
I'm getting there.
Well, all the best with your hula hooping and obviously
Thank
with the
you.
touring
Thank
and
you.
everything, and
you.
particularly with your book, Elkie Brooks, Finding My Voice, her autobiography. Elkie, thank you so much
You're
for being live
welcome.
and loose. Thank you, Elkie Brooks. Still to come as Andy Murray